Okay. Super. Hello. Hi, Vanessa. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay. Hello. Hello. Hi. Can you get me? Okay. I can. Okay. Can you testing? Can you get me, Vanessa?
I can hear.
All right. Well, hi. Hope the weekend was okay.
Yeah.
All
Good
right.
evening.
All right. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Okay. Oh, am I speaking to Kate or Vanessa? Oh, I'm
Sorry,
speaking to
this is Kate, not Vanessa.
Okay. Right. Vanessa's there. Hi, Vanessa. I can see you. All right. So I don't know if we wait for, anyway, the video will be uploaded. So I guess we can start. Today, did everyone print out the outline for what we're doing today? Well, not for today necessarily, but for the week. Did you get the emails, by the way?
Yes, yes, we got the email.
I got the email, but I didn't print it out.
Okay, all right, no problem. So I'm just going to try to be going through that. This is for the whole week. So we'll be going through it either step by step, or we might jump one and then revert to the other one as we go along. Then today is a holiday in America. So I want to show you what it looks like when it's a holiday in America. It looks like the Lusaka Stock Exchange activity. So it's just opening up a second. I think my Zamtel. Okay, so this is the American Stock Exchange open today. Okay, Zamtel Internet has decided to try and be slow. Okay. Okay, then did you also get the links to the YouTube? I posted them on YouTube on another channel, a separate channel from the one I normally post on.
I've seen the YouTube links as well.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so the entire video for what we did on Friday is there. And then I'll be uploading them on a daily basis, probably just doing a little bit of editing in case there's some personal information showing. I'll try to remove those. I'm just reopening the page. And did you guys see that Bitcoin reached an all-time high, almost reached $50,000, one Bitcoin? But what you should always know is that no matter how the price moves, not everybody is making money from that. For every person, for every winner, there's also the opposite side. There's someone who's probably losing money. So it's not always a bed of roses. So sometimes the market moves against you. Sometimes it moves in your direction. Okay, so this is one website. It's called investing.com. This is the site where you'll be getting most, if not all, of your information. It's a market watch site as well as a news site. So it always tells you the news that's happening almost in real time. Like right now, it's telling you why the price of oil has gone up. Bitcoin has reached almost 50,000. What's happening with Nissan, Apple, and it also gives you some other news. Then at the bottom here, it's going to have a mix of markets. There's an S&P 500. This is an index. NASDAQ is an index. Gold is a commodity. Crude oil is a commodity. Euro is Forex. Tesla is stocks and shares. US 10-year is, this is a money market instrument or capital market instrument. Then if you click on, there's another arrow here. There are three arrows, 1, 2, 3. If you click or hover over the second arrow, it's going to show you Forex rates. Then it also throws in a Tesla rate at the end. If you click on the last arrow, it's going to show you indices. So there's a Dow Jones index, the S&P 500 index, NASDAQ 100 index. These three are US indexes. The DAX is a German index. FTSE or FTSE is a British index. Nikkei 225 is a Japanese index. Hang Seng is technically it's a Chinese index because it's a Hong Kong index, and Hong Kong is now part of China. So you can decide whether it's Chinese or Hong Kong index, but it is the Hong Kong index. So investing.com will always have an outlook of the markets on the homepage, and it does show videos on the side related to what's happening on the market. This one is the Texas freak weather conditions. So those freak conditions are affecting oil production. Texas is a major US oil producing state. So anything bad for oil production means the price of oil should go up, and it should affect oil related stocks. Then if you come all the way up here, if you scroll all the way to the top of the page, there's going to be here where it says markets on the menu for investing.com. If you click under markets, just hover, don't click. It's going to give you a menu for indices in case you want to check any of the indices. If you hover over stocks, it's going to give you an overview of stocks as well as popular stocks. If you hover over ETFs, it will give you the major ETFs. Hover over commodities, there'll be that. Currencies, the major currencies, as well as other related links for currencies, funds, bonds, and cryptocurrencies. If you hover over cryptocurrencies and you select all cryptocurrencies, you can either choose whichever one you want. BTC is Bitcoin, ETH is Ethereum, BCH is Bitcoin Cash, LTC is Litecoin, ETC is, I think, another variant of Ethereum. Then ETH BTC is Ethereum against Bitcoin pricing. XRP is the Ripple, and Bitcoin futures. But if you click on all cryptocurrencies, it's going to show you an overview of the entire cryptocurrency market. So this is an overview of the entire cryptocurrency market. If you look here, you're going to see the number of cryptocurrencies is 4,543. So apart from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and all these, there are another 4,500 plus other cryptocurrencies that investing.com monitors. If you look at the total market cap, this is 1,476,171,000,000 meaning that the value of all the cryptocurrency out there is $1.4 trillion. Then here it's going to show you the volume that has traded or changed hands in the last 24 hours. That's $216 billion worth of cryptocurrency has changed hands in the last 24 hours. Then if you come down here, you're going to see the top cryptocurrencies. It will show you maybe the top 100. Then you can go to the next page if you want and so on. But the top 100 cryptocurrencies, this is where it gets rather interesting. The most famous cryptocurrency out there is Bitcoin. But if you look at the total Bitcoin that has changed hands in the last 24 hours, it's only 79 billion worth of Bitcoin has changed hands in the 24-hour period. And the market cap for Bitcoin is $893 billion. If the current price is 48,143. So look at these volumes that have changed hands in the last 24 hours. It's only 79 billion, which has changed hands. If you look at the number 3 cryptocurrency, which is called Tether or USDT initials, this is Tether is supposed to be priced 1-to-1 to the dollar. So when you see it always priced 1.0004 or 1.0 something something, it simply means that the dollar has been either appreciating or depreciating. So this one tries to match the dollar against other currencies. So $1 is equal to 1 Tether in theory. In case you want to change your Tether to dollars, it's supposed to give you 1. The market cap of Tether is 32 billion. So Tether is only something like 1/30th of Bitcoin out there. Now, where it gets really more interesting is that the amount of Tether that changes hands on a daily basis is $160 billion. Whereas the amount of Bitcoin that has changed hands in the last 24 hours is $79 billion. So in case you are interested in going into cryptocurrency trading or cryptocurrency business, you need to be aware that Bitcoin gets all the news, but the money is in Tether. Then the other one, which the other two you should be aware of, there's Ethereum. Ethereum is the number 2 cryptocurrency in the world. Its market cap is 207 billion. And the volumes it changes hands or changed hands in the last 24 hours is $40.5 billion. It's still way beaten by Tether. Then the other one which you should be aware of is Ripple or XRP. This one has a market cap of $26 billion and it's changed hands $11 billion in the last 24 hours. So looking at all of these, you can see the only one which changes hands or is traded multiple times is Tether. The total market cap is 32 billion. What was traded or changed hands is 160 billion. So if you divide 160 billion by 32, that comes to about 5 times. So it means that for every Tether out there, it's changed hands about 5 times in the last 24 hours. So if you're in the business of cryptocurrency and you want to be in a market that is highly liquid and where you know that in any given day you are likely to do business, it's going to be most likely Tether. Not Bitcoin, not Ethereum, not Ripple. It's most likely going to be Tether. But that said, if you want to be able to capitalize on price movements, you won't get price
Wait,
movements.
what? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is it? Yeah. Why is it so easy for? Sorry. Why does Tether change hands so much?
Okay.
Is it what people use to convert to?
The reason is because there's no volatility. You know, like imagine in the morning you buy Bitcoin when it was $49,900, and then by the time you are making a payment to your supplier, it's now worth 48,187. Who's going to bear that $1,000 loss? Is it you or the person you're dealing with? Whereas Tether, if you are negotiating with somebody in the morning that I'm going to send you 300 Tether, and then you delay to send it by a few hours, by the time you're sending that 300 Tether, it's still going to be worth 300 Tether. Maybe it will have gone up or down by less than $1. Whereas Bitcoin, Ripple, Ethereum, by the time you are sending, it could have gone down by 0.75%. It could have gone up by 1.67%, or it could have dropped by 1.17%. So Tether is the one which has practically no exchange risk of loss or gain. You negotiate and you transact at face value. That's one of the reasons. Then, of course, there are all the other
Okay, I get it.
okay, sorry. Then there are all the other cryptocurrencies. The one which Elon Musk made a little bit more famous is Dogecoin. As you can see, it's got a market cap of $7.6 billion, and it's changed hands $5.45 billion in the last 24 hours, which is something like almost 75%, if I'm not mistaken, which is not bad, but it doesn't have the volumes of the other ones. Okay, so this is one news site which you really need to be following on a daily basis. You just come on to investing.com. You can also create a portfolio in case you're watching whatever instrument you're watching, because each person, one of you might want to be watching Tether, one of you might want to be watching Ripple, I would want to be watching oil or natural gas. So you are able to come here where there's a briefcase and you can create a portfolio of what you watch. So I watch the Dow Jones, I watch crude oil, and I also watch, there's a share I was watching called Expedia. It's a US stock. So today, the market in America is closed. So Expedia is not trading, but let me just open it. You have a look. Okay, so just forgive my Zamtel connection. It's a bit slow. All right, so I'm going back to the iForex page, and we're going to see how the markets are faring. Can anyone recommend which is a better internet to use? Would MTN be faster, or would we just have the same erratic speed?
Well, I usually use Airtel, but it's not reliable in my experience, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay, so they're all basically the same. All right. Okay,
Pretty
so
much.
Yeah, they're the same. You just have to it's better just to have all of them so that if one goes down, you just move.
Okay. Oh, here it has finally opened. So I don't know. Do any of you ever check the Lusaka Stock Exchange figures?
Occasionally.
All right. So this is how
it doesn't move.
It doesn't move.
All the change, like you know how there's that part on the table where it talks about where it's changed.
Yes.
It never moves. It's always 0% change, 0%. or 0.1, 0.01%.
No matter how bad the news. So today the US market is closed. So all this which you're seeing here was the movement on Friday. So this stock here, Affirm, dropped by 10%. Alphabet, which is the Google parent company, went up by 0.5%. Amazon went up by 0.63%. The airline stocks like American Airlines and American Express, they went up by 1.6 and 1.01. So you're always still able to see what the movement had been the previous day, the previous close. And if you come to investing.com, I was hoping to see the pre-market and aftermarket indicators, but looks like Zamtel is not letting us flourish. Okay, so now I am going to show you another news site which you really need to be following. This one is called myfxbook.com. It's a rather bad name. It's actually not necessarily just Forex, it's all the markets which are here. So if you come here under economic calendar, this one is going to show you basically the economic calendar just simply says what stats or what notable events are happening in the day. So our friends, they plan their calendar they plan it in advance, you know, whenever they're giving statistics or any figures, it's planned way in advance to the point where, you know, you don't have to wait for your beloved president to go in a rally to say inflation has gone up or it has come down, or the central bank governor to issue a statement at a party. These things are done in advance. There's the Europe. This is going to affect the EU. I mean the euro. On February 16th at 14:36, there's a meeting of the ECOFIN meeting. February 16th at 17:36, the EU, the German zoo survey is going to come out. You know, the British calendar is here, Australian calendar is here, US calendar is here, Canadian calendar is here. Most of the major markets will have all their calendars out here. So if you are trading any particular instrument that is affected by geopolitics, like you're trading some commodity that is euro priced, you know that any of these euro events could affect whatever you are trading. If you are trading Bitcoin against euro or Ethereum against euro, Ripple against euro, these events could affect your positions. So it's always good to come onto this website, go under home, economic calendar, and you'll be able to see the impact they're expected to have. Some of these are medium impact. This one is going to be a high impact. This is the Australian Central Bank, the Reserve Bank of Australia. The minutes of their meetings, their policy meetings, are going to be released. So it's got a high impact on the market. For anything Aussie related, Australian dollar related, the price should have a significant shift after this meeting. Then you've also got some euro ones which have got a high impact. This is the gross domestic product quarter on quarter. So that's the change quarter to quarter. Gross domestic product year on year, that's the change over the year. So you can just come through these and you can sift through. You don't need to know what each and every one of them are. You'll be able to pick what affects whatever you're trading. If it's crypto, if it's stock markets, if it's Forex market, if it's indices, you'll be able to sift through these and pick what you want or what you think will affect you. Then you also have news. News is where these investing.com and myfxbook, they are curated news sources. So they don't just share random news. They share news that they feel is going to impact the market. So again, you need to sift through these and pick what affects you. Like if you're just looking for gold, you can click on gold and all the gold news will come up. If it's Bitcoin, you've got here, Bitcoin bears breathe sigh of relief. So with, yes, right. There are so in the market, there are two types of people in the market. There are bulls. Bulls expect the market to go up. So they are called, it's, you know, the way bulls charge forward, huh? You know, they don't care what's in front of them. They just charge forward and they can keep going until they are stopped. Whereas bears expect the market to go down. And the reason is bears, in case you know your hibernation, bears always prepare for the long winter. So they store their food and they're ready to wait for the right time to come out. So bulls, when someone says bullish, they mean they expect the market to go up. When someone says bearish, they expect the market to come down. So here, where they say Bitcoin bears to breathe sigh of relief, simply means that the people who believe Bitcoin is coming down and have sold, their positions are probably expected to go into profit, or they won't be into too much losses. Then even some terms like retraces. Retraces is simply, you know, when the chart is going like this, when it's shooting up and down, maybe it has gone all the way up here. When it retraces its steps, it means that it has simply come back down to where it originally started from. So those are some of the terms that you will probably need to you'll be seeing a lot of them, and you probably will need to learn them at some point. As you read more of these, you will be learning more and more of them. Then here you've got WTI, that's West Texas crude. It's basically a US crude price. That one is priced, they're just saying that it's gone above $60. Oh, sorry, let me clear this screen. Okay, so Zamtel is not letting us flourish. Okay, when it comes to oil, there are two oil prices. There's WTI, which is US oil, and then there's Brent, which is international oil. So usually you're going to see two oil prices. And the reason for that is until recently, Americans did not allow their oil to be exported. So the US oil was always sold at a discount to international oil. Then international oil, because it had no restrictions like the US one, was usually at a higher price than the American oil. So if we come here under commodities, I just want to show you that there are two oil prices which you should be aware of. Okay, so we've got here the WTI. Oops, sorry for my drinks. Yeah, so the WTI is the West Texas, I've forgotten what the I is, but this is West Texas. So this is US oil. As you can see, it's a lower price than Brent oil. This is usually British oil, but it also stands for international oil. So you can see that this one is at a premium, it's $63. This one is at a discount, it's $60. So even though the US are now allowed to export their oil internationally, they still sell it at a discount to the international oil production. Then oil has got a really, really good volatility, but sometimes it's one-way volatility. So you know, you could maybe even wait for months or weeks just for the price to go back into where it was. The other oil-related commodity is natural gas. Now, natural gas, you see that it has had a 3.73% price movement. So this one is one which the price fluctuates, or it's it moves in a two-way direction on a near daily basis. So if, in case you are interested in the commodities, this one is crude oil is static, natural gas is more dynamic, it's more fluid and bi-directional. It can go either up or down depending on market conditions. Okay, so taking any questions on the news and market information sources, as well as this platform, any of these instruments you want us to touch on? Are there any questions?
Yeah. How do, yeah, let me just ask, how do these sites compare to like regular, can I say DSTV, CNN news, those types of things?
They're all,
how can
they're all practically the same. The only different, they're all the same. They get them from basically the same source. It's like information is lost in translation, I can say. If you look here, you can see here, let's say the price of oil, of gold, it's 1,818.51. That's the selling. That's in case you have gold and you want to sell. So it's going to be at a lower price. These guys are buying at 1,818.39. And the selling price, in case you want to buy, is 1,818.88. So depending on which news source it is, they could either run with the lower, the buying rate, or they could run with the higher, the selling rate, or they could run with the mid rate, which is the average of these two. So in case you're looking at a news site which is showing only one figure, it's not showing two-way pricing, they're usually showing the mid rate, and that's not the price you're going to buy at. It's just the average of the selling and the buying rate. We can also check here. Let me just remove this. Okay, so you have checked here, the pricing is for gold is 1,818.44, 1,819.05 selling. So if we go here under investing.com, we just try to find just go to the home page, then we can check what the price of oil they have put down here. Where is that? Okay, here it is. Have you seen the price they have put? They've put 1,819.00. And they're saying that the price has dropped by 0.23%. If you come on this site, it's practically the same. This one is actually, have you seen that they're just about the same? Huh? The difference is in the 0.14 and the 0.70. Those micro points, here it's just 1,819.00. Those cents are actually they really impact your profitability. Then if I come, because imagine you've bought $1,000 gold, and the difference in price is 20 cents. That's going to be 1,000 divided by 10 is 100, divided by another 10 is 10. So it will be a $10 profit or loss, which you incur simply by the difference in the price. This 1,819.20.77 versus the 0.00. So the news sites like these ones will not show you the actual market rate. It's just going to be some sort of middle ground to give you an idea where the market is, but not necessarily the price you're actually going to buy or transacting on the market, but it's going to be extremely close. These ones here are more market centered. So this is the price you're actually going to transact. So different brokers will have different prices. Some of them maybe will be buying at 1819.10. This one is at 0.51. Then they'll also be selling at 1820.00 maybe, or they'll still be selling at 1819.90. So each broker will have a very, very similar price, off by a few cents. Okay, then any other question? Oh, and by the way, I'm sure you have noticed on Friday, the balance here, I think, was 90. You'll see that it has gone up a bit. That was some funds were deposited in. So I was just increasing the balance so that we can have more to transact. I'd forgotten that the US market was closed today. So I wanted to put in some extra money so that we could try out 1 or 2 US shares. And this is something which you should also see, that sometimes the market is really, really fluid. So here right now, we're going to go through this. I'm running at an overall loss. So right now I'm running at an overall loss of this much. If I had to close all my positions, they would all be at a loss of $167, which is a rather high amount. My total balance, this account balance, is everything that I have deposited plus any profits or losses that I have booked. So this is what my book balance is. Whatever I put in plus whatever profits I've made and booked minus whatever losses I have booked. Then the equity here, this is in case I decided to close out all my positions. This is how much money I would walk away with. So usually the balance can blind you, because sometimes, the balance can be really, really high, but you are running really, really high losses. So the one you should really focus on is the equity. You really have to monitor it, because that is what, in case you decide like, I'm tired of all of this, let me just take my money and run. This is what you're going to walk away with. But if you've got the patience and you say like, over time, this loss will go into profit, and once it does that, your equity will also go up. So equity is account balance plus or minus profit or loss. That's what's going to give you equity. Then available margin here, this is where what they allow you to trade. Used margin is what the margin you have used to open all the trades. At 1 to 200 or 1 to 400, I've used up about $101, which is about, I should have trades of about $20,000 or $40,000. And the available margin is what I can use to open up some more trades. In case my available margin goes to 0 or negative, it means I can't open any more trades. Even if my equity will be positive, I won't be able to open any more trades. So this is something that we are going to come to as we proceed, but I just thought I would talk about them briefly, so that now I can come down and show you at the bottom. Okay, so here at the bottom, these are the trades that I've entered. I entered a trade selling oil. It's a 20 trade. That's like 20 barrels. The price I entered was 59.28. The price has gone up to 60.28, and it's a running loss of $20. The natural gas I sold, it's currently running at a profit of 4.62. The US dollar index, this is a US index. It's currently running at a loss of 13.5. This is a Japanese index in yen. running at a loss of 15.29. This is the same index valued in dollar. It's running at a loss of 56.65. So the same instrument is priced different. You incur bigger or smaller losses or profits. You have seen that the index in dollars has carried a much, much bigger loss than the same index valued in yen. This is another oil trade. Currently, it's running at a profit of $1.62. The Japanese index again, running at a loss of 45.9 and 27.65. So altogether, all of these, the sum of all of these is coming to minus 174.90. Had I read the market correctly and entered the market correctly, it would have been a profit, but it's currently at a loss, which I shall wait probably a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, or even a few months before they go into profit. And all of this, it's going to be the same principle, no matter what you are trading, whether you're trading in one of these brokerage sites, or you're trading in a cryptocurrency site, or you're trading in any site. The principle is always the same. You buy low, sell high to make a profit, or you sell high, buy low to make a profit. Sometimes the market will move against you and you buy low and sell lower to make your loss, or you sell high and buy lower to buy higher to book a loss. So that is how the markets operate. So I don't know, any other questions? I wanted to just very, very briefly show you a crypto exchange called Binance. So a lot of times when people ask me, like, how can I trade cryptocurrency? Sometimes people do assume that it's a really, really straightforward, like you just go in, it's really, really straightforward that you can just simply open an account and start trading, when they are more complicated than this broker, which is here. The crypto exchanges are way, way more complicated. I'm just waiting for it to open. I'm just trying to log in, but okay, I think, oh, here we go. Sorry, this one is just going to be very, very brief. I'll send you the links for Binance so that you can maybe open an account and have a link. And remember, whenever you open an account, do not deposit. Okay, you're just opening the account so that you familiarize yourself with the platforms, not that you should start depositing and immediately transacting, because whenever you open any transaction, automatically you are at a loss, because transactions are two-way. If you buy, it means that the only transaction you can do is sell back to the platform. And usually when you buy, the buying rate or selling rate is going to be different from what you have transacted. So any trade you make would immediately be at a loss. So all these...
Just a quick question on that. You had sent a link for iForex to open an account.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned something about it being a demo account.
Yes, when you open the live account, you can request a demo account. Someone there is going to contact you, and I think they do give demo accounts to you. So you can request it for them, rather than you practicing out with real money and then possibly making losses. You can practice with demo money. Why I don't use demo money for is because it's, you know, the psychology is a little bit different. You know, when you're playing Monopoly, you know, you can even buy a property in Chiwolia and put up a 5-star hotel there. But in reality, you know, when you go to Chiwolia and you're putting up a 5-star hotel, you know, you'll be robbed left, right, and center, and you know, it will just be a heroin den and the likes. So that's where demo money is. It's just good for you to get to know the platform, but not necessarily to actually start trading full time.
Got it. So just quickly on the demo account thing. So you have to request it, because I signed up, but it's to activate the account you have to deposit money. Is what
Okay.
I've seen.
I'll talk to, there is an account manager. You can send me your details, then I'll ask her to get in touch with you. Then
Sure.
in case they have changed their policy, I will get you this platform. They do.
I would also want the same for me. Sorry if I can interrupt.
Yeah.
I also try to download with, sign up with, if you can also get for my details as well.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Have you used the same emails you've communicated with me using?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. And
yes.
Okay, then I have your emails. I can be able to forward them to her. All right. So this is the other platform. This one is a little bit more technical, but they are more straightforward in their demo accounts. You just open an account and you can immediately open a demo account. But it's much more technical. You know, even just the pricing. If you look at the pricing here, it's 0.01. That's how they do all their pricing. So many times people are not sure whether 0.01 is $100, $1,000, or 10,000, depending on which platform it is. It could be, but when you come to this platform, and you are trying to enter a trade, it's going to show you exactly what you are transacting. So here it's going to be 0.8 ounces. It's going to tell you that the value of this 0.8 ounces is $1,456, and the margin required of you is 7.73. So you automatically are able to do to know in simple terms what exactly you're doing. But when you come to this platform, for the same commodity, with gold, okay, I haven't said gold, but for similar things, you won't know what exactly is going on. You just know at 0.05 the volume is 0.05. How much in dollar terms that one is, how much margin you're putting in, you really can't tell. So I find it easier to explain to people using the iForex platform, because they convert everything in a simple language that people can see. Even the numbers are simplified and all, but they do the exact same thing. This one does it in a simplified manner. The other one does it in a more complicated manner. Okay, so here the Binance, before we close, I just want to, this one is called margin trading. So for whatever amount you have in there, you can transact either 100 times, 10 times, 1,000 times what you've put in there. You know, but it still carries technically the same risk as if you just put in your own money there and you're transacting without any margin. Here in Binance, that's how it's going to be. Whatever you deposit, that's what you're going to be transacting against. So you can either deposit by bank deposit. This is in case you want to buy your cryptocurrencies, like you want to buy actual physical cryptocurrency. Was it not physical because it's still a digital product? Huh? So I've just realized that it's not actually physical, but it is the physical still. Okay, oh, it's finally coming. Okay, so when you are purchasing cryptocurrency, you've got a number of options. You can either purchase by account transfer. If you are in Europe, you can be able to deposit straight into the bank account of Binance. That one carries no fees, but we're in Zambia, so you know, us sending transfers here, when you go to your bank, they'll tell you that the transfer fee is $50 plus $35 Swift charge. But if you are in Europe, you can be able to send a transfer with 0%, zero fees and the likes. The other option for depositing is by debit or credit card. Now, when you're trying to deposit by debit or credit card, there's going to be a 2% commission. So for every $1,000 you want to purchase, that's going to be $20 commission. So these are things that affect your pricing. When you want to trade cryptocurrencies, you find that your pricing will never be one-to-one. You know, there's always going to be a margin you have added. Let's just try and see the easiest cryptocurrency to price, which is USDT or Tether, because it's supposed to be one-to-one to the dollar. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so I'll put it at $100 or maybe even $1,000 just for the sake of okay, so in case you've got $1,000 and you want to buy $1,000 worth of Tether, on paper, $1,000 should give you 1,000 Tether. But when you're actually buying for the first time from the exchange, all the exchanges charge commission. In this case, the commission is going to be, in this case, the commission is going to be 2%. I'm just trying to, so in this case, so here, you're trying to buy $1,000 worth of Tether, you're going to get 984 Tether. So this creates one of the most simple problems you encounter when you are trying to trade cryptocurrency, that what you're buying, you're not buying anything at face value. There's always hidden pricing here. So your $1,000 Tether only gives you, or your $1,000, sorry, only gives you 984 Tether. So when you automatically go to try to sell on any platform, you cannot sell one Tether at $1. You have to sell it at higher than that to recover your money here first, and then to add on a profit. But that said, if you come to buy on the peer-to-peer trading, this is where you're buying from other Tether users. I mean, not other Tether users, but other platform users. If you choose your platform, I mean your payment platform, let's just choose advanced cash. This is a It's a rival to PayPal, similar to PayPal. So have you seen that you can actually buy Tether cheaper, $1,000 Tether, I mean $1,000, you can even buy it at 99 cents with advance cash, or you can buy it at $1 with advance cash. So this is one of the things we will have to cover when we start doing cryptocurrency, that if you are buying using your card or bank, you are probably going to buy cryptocurrency higher than if you're using electronic payment methods. Then that said, the issue with electronic payment methods is that they are usually commissioned. If you do it the direct way, there are also going to be commissions that these platforms charge. So you need to learn how to be able to fund your electronic payment platforms without incurring commission, so that you can save on the commission that these exchanges charge. That's what we're going to cover hopefully tomorrow, I think. But I don't know, any comments, questions, queries before we close up?
None from me.
Okay, all right. All right, so like I did with the other one, I'm going to put this up on the link. I'm going to send you the link, and on the website, the video will be there. The links to opening a Binance account will also be there. Then I'll also contact the account manager at iForex to get in touch with you, so that she can help you set up your demo accounts. Okay. Then I shall see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to look at we're going to go a little bit more into the differences between margin trading, CFD trading, micro trading, ordinary trading, and fractional shares, as well as the market trading hours. And then we'll go a little bit further into the different instruments, commodities, indices, shares. We'll cover those as well. And I shall see you tomorrow, same time.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.
All right, see you tomorrow. Thanks, bye.